niggas ain't the same, niggas police and they feelings. The only reason niggas have emotion cause I'm chillin'.
Type of one if you already get in this live. Shout out to my boy Hankin TV. I see.
I never fucked anybody over in my life. Didn't have it coming. You got that? All I have in this world is my balls and my word. And I don't break them for no one.
I'm hanking with Hankin TV on my mama. Oh God, we finna be hanking with Hankin TV. Y'all know how we come, man. Y'all come tune, man. We finna have a show for y'all. Y'all know how you get wild on the spit. Let's do it.
Like y'all niggas be out here hating and shit, nigga. You not gonna win hating on me, bro. That's just real shit, nigga. And niggas know what's going on out here, nigga. They know how I am, nigga. They know my motherfucking I ain't even gotta do none of that. We on the money, but they know what's going on, bro. And it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no nigga hating on no snap, nigga. You ain't got no real reason to hate on me, nigga. Like, you not gonna win hating on me. I don't give a fuck who you is, cause guess what? I'm a real nigga.
Shout out to everybody getting money. When you getting money, you don't mind other people getting money. So anybody mad with niggas getting money probably ain't getting money.
I understand why niggas hate. I understand, trust me, I know. It's okay, man, you doing your job. You supposed to hate on a nigga like me, man. Cause I remind you of everything you ain't. So it's okay to hate on a nigga like me, but I'ma keep on shining and I'ma keep on putting it in your face. Yeah, cause that's where it need to be, man, in your face, so you can see it up close and personal. Get a Kodak look. Matter of fact, take a picture, nigga, so you can put it on your wall at night, admire me, and hope that one day you can get a fraction of my swag, a fraction of my drip, a fraction of my personality, a fraction of my blessings, nigga. But you ain't gonna never get it cause you a hater. Haters don't get blessed. That's what you forgot to learn. That was in fine print when you were signing up for your PhD, your player haters degree. Haters only get stressed. That's why your life is stressful. That's why your hair falling out. That's why your girl leaving you. That's why you're going through all the bullshit you're going through. You're about to get fired from your motherfucking job. Yeah, you're down and out. You're on your last motherfucking buck and you can't even buy luck. Yeah, it's hard for you out there because you've been hating all your life. Show some love.
Turn gangsta with you, aka OG Dated. I'm hanging out with the big homie, Hankin TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, support the brother. They out here doing big things. It's all good, baby. Y'all see me free, we out here enjoying life. I want y'all to stop the by, say no truck, put your guns down. I'm out, baby. Gotta go.
Hey, nephew. Just cause he ain't in the mix don't mean he ain't got a blunder. Be careful.
What I wanna do what I wanna do.
I don't get mad, I just get money. And laugh at these fuck niggas cause they so funny.
Call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand.
Okay.
If I said it, then I done it.
Okay. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. If y'all ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. We on the road to 4K. What's up with it? What's up, man? Make sure y'all get y'all memberships. Also, I might not have made it to Streamers University, but I sure been to Players University. This is the Player University merch. If y'all interested in some Player University merch, go to my live tab, scroll down to the interview titled Hankin with Kenlo. Player University, you can go to get your Player University merch and your Hustler State merch. Yeah, we got the Player University on the day. So make sure y'all slide through there and check it out. So what's up, man? What's up with this Tory Lanez situation? There's a lot of stuff coming out. And they built a whole website with some crucial evidence in it that I'm surprised it didn't come out in trial. But also, Tory Lanez's dad, he did an interview with Piers Morgan. And he had said during that interview that, there was a lot of evidence that the judge wasn't letting in. Since this new evidence that came out on the scene, a lot of people were saying, like, why didn't Tory say this stuff at trial? This is why I believe. This is my personal opinion, and I'm willing to bet the bank on it. I believe Tory Lanez didn't say that stuff at trial because he felt like the evidence was going to free him, because the stuff we seeing now surely clears that he should have beat it. So the reason he didn't testify or say nothing, because he thought the evidence wasn't going to free him, and then by him not saying nothing, you know how that go, that saved him from that, how they going to try to, he went in there and ratted, he snitched. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing with this generation, standing on codes and shit, and do you go down for some shit you didn't do, or do you stand on the code and go to jail, get 10 years, get hit up 14 times, and almost pass in there? What's up? Shout out Chris Nicole. Thanks for pulling up. I've been sliding through there checking you out, Chris Nicole. Make sure y'all slide through there and check out Chris Nicole. She been tearing it up over there on the reality TV, content. I just seen something. I just seen a big fight on Chris Nicole. Did they have a fight at one of the Baddies reunions? I think it might have been a like at a recent Baddies reunion or something. I just seen a big old fight like in an auditorium. But make sure y'all slide over there and check out Chris Nicole. But that's the thing, you know. Do you go to jail? Do you not, in order not to get what they call a rat tag or a snitch, do you not say nothing and go to jail? And like I said, get 10 years and get hit up 14 times. And then that kind of still play on over into the Larry Hoover situation. Larry Hoover been locked up all this time. We hadn't heard nothing about this stuff. We know Jay Prince had been trying to get him out. And 1090 Jake come out and say something, and it drive the internet crazy. It got people questioning him. And come on, man, when is this shit? When is this shit going? When is it gonna stop, man? People just doing shit for clicks and views and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't make no sense. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into this Tory Lanez stuff right quick first. I did a video on it, so we're gonna do a reaction to my own video I did on it, and then shout out to Truth Teller. Truth Teller came out with a video saying Larry Hoover didn't tell. The guy who allegedly shot him came out and say he didn't tell on him. So first we're gonna go through this Tory Lanez video. We might do some we might scroll through the website a little bit, and then we're gonna jump into this Larry Hoover. Shout out Me Too Solid. Me Too Solid threw me the alley-oop on the Tory Lanez content for sure. But let's go ahead. We're gonna get into this video. This is my work right here.
You want me to be a bad person so bad, and y'all motherfuckers want to believe the lie before you believe the truth.
The gun, and the girl shoots it. So the driver's door's open.
You're seeing the girl shoot?
Can I help you? I think, is it this house?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So you see the girl doing the shoot?
Now the video, it's only 7 minutes, so I'm just gonna let the video play all the way through, and then at the end we'll come back and we'll chop it up about it.
Shooting?
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark, and I'm above, so. But then the guy gets out again from the back.
I've been looking into Daystar Peterson's case for almost 6 months now, professionally known as Tory Lanez. And after reviewing the evidence, the reporting, and the legal analysis, I've come to the conclusion that Tory Lanez was railroaded.
Do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think... I really cannot go to jail. Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from. I'm not from here, so I...
Okay.
shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. And so what happened with your friend? You were just one ball sticking in the lab.
Hold on. I know I lied. I do want to say one thing, though. So, in that video right there, she said she didn't get shot. So, when she came out and spoke, she said something about how the police was deleting people in that specific time. She knew if she just said something about them being who they are, having a gun, it would have went bad. Come on, man. In that situation, do you think they wasn't going to find a gun? So, if a person is shot, they going to say they shot. I don't care. They ain't going to try to defend nobody. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say she wasn't shot and then to say she wasn't shot because of how the police was going to react, you might as well tell the truth because that's going to find a gun anyway.
I just stepped on past the evidence. So you were already hurt when you got into the evidence. And then at that point, your friends were running down when you went to the hospital.
My bad, one more time. And then, like I had said previously in the last video, in all my experiences with gunshot wounds and knife wounds get stitched up. Gunshot wounds, okay, a cut, open you, so that gets stitched up. A gunshot wound go through you, a knife will go in you. Gunshot wounds, they don't stitch up gunshot wounds. They let gunshot wounds heal on their own. I know that for a fact with gunshot wounds. They don't stitch them. They let them close on their own. And then, if you slice, and then we're going to see in the video where they're going to say, the police going to say, she stepped on some glass. So for that wound on her foot to be stitched up, that's not a gunshot wound. Gunshot wounds, they don't stitch up gunshot wounds.
Tory Lanez on that magazine.
That lying. I told you. Didn't I tell y'all she was lying? I ain't lied to y'all yet. Y'all done had to come back and play flashbacks and shit. Well, I done told y'all that they would go break gun on them. I told y'all Megan is known for whooping niggas in bitches when she get drunk. She got kicked out of Kylie party. Come to find out, she done Tory and that other nigga that shot that hoe. That other girl, that other hoe. I told y'all that, man. I told y'all that before all this came out. Man, that DNA evidence is everything. Inconclusive. It's in this.
Shout out my guy Hankin TV, man, tuning in from the Dominican Republic. It is the first, man. Okay. We definitely gonna tap in, man. Shout out my guy Hankin tuning in from Dominican Republic. For some reason, man, on my StreamYard, my comments ain't showing up. Only my Twitch comments is showing up.
What the fucker said? He shot 6 times. If he was the one that shot this gun 6 times, there's no way DNA would not be on this motherfucking gun. That's what the motherfucker said. That's science. The other get up there and say, hey, listen, if I testify, will y'all give me immunity? Well, immunity is for a motherfucker that can be charged with something.
Yep.
But when you don't know law and you just looking at it from where most motherfuckers looking at it, you think Tory Lanez shot you, making it. Nah, homie, it's a reason why she asked for immunity. And it's a reason why his DNA ain't on the gun. It's a reason why now they saying, no, well, maybe he paid her not to say it. No, that DNA say everything.
My wife and I, we saw this gentleman come in and we sat down and it was identified for us that, oh, this is Mr. Sean Kelly. He's sitting across from us on the other side of the hallway. And as we sat there, the prosecution came out, one of their detectives or investigators rather, and one of the prosecutors, they took this gentleman, they went upstairs, I believe it was to the 14th floor at that time. By the time this man came down, the witness they did not want to call, this man came down and his testimony became so embellished with other nonsense that people who saw it just looked at it and said, this is crazy.
Hold on, my bad. I got to stop. My fault. Real Spills, he said the stitches come from the surgery when they remove the fragments. I can't agree with that, Spill. And the reason I can't agree with that is because my personal opinion, I believe the only time they gonna go in, now you know when somebody gets shot, maybe gonna send their back and close to their chest, you know, they didn't want to go in there and take out the bullet fragment because it was too close to my heart, it was too close to my spine. Now tell me you done heard that before. Now do you actually see them going to somebody's heel and taking out some bullet fragments? You know what I'm saying? And I believe it was like 2 or 3 bullet fragments that they lost. It wasn't that many. I don't see them performing the surgery to remove no bullet fragments out of a person's heel. Once again, from experience, one time I got shot in the leg. They didn't take the bullet out. 5 or 6 years later, I just happened to be scratched. I remember this distinctly. It was like 5 or 6 years later. I just happened to scratch my leg one night. I was in the car on the other. Okay, I got shot on this side. So one night I just happened to be scratching my leg on this side. I didn't feel no pain or nothing. My leg was just scratching. I felt something, and it was the bullet. The bullet worked itself out. So I don't see them doing no surgery to remove no 2 or 3 bullet fragments from your heel, from the heel of your foot. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't going in and take out no bullet fragments because it's close to your heart or close to your spine, they ain't gonna take them out your heel. Cause why? Because they gonna work they self out. Now it has been cases we done heard people say when they got shot in the back, like, man, they didn't take it out because it was too close to my spine. But over the years, it didn't move. They say gotta take it out, or it's gonna mess with my spine. Yeah, I don't see them going in there taking out no fragments out her heel. And then how they just mysteriously disappeared. We gonna get into it.
So I saw these kind of things going on all throughout this case. People trying to bury evidence, not trying, burying evidence. A judge that refused to allow certain things to come into the courtroom or to be said, and was totally biased on the part of the prosecution. So the whole thing just stunk of a setup.
So we're driving down. We were heading home, which was like at the top of the hill. I guess he made a U-turn or took another road off to where we ended up back on, I guess, Sunset Boulevard. And I don't know where we're going. Just driving. We didn't really have a destination. But I believe I did say we need to take her to the hospital. So Megan, she says, Kelsey, call Ferris. I had already tried calling Ferris. We had bad signal, so it didn't go through. I had sent a text to her security. I sent a text to her security at the time.
Is that Justin?
That's Justin. And because they weren't answering the calls, so I think I said like help 911. Tory shot Meg, or.
Do you still have that text?
I'll have to go through my old phone and.
I'm going to show you a photograph here. This is a document entitled Text Message Justin Edison. Just take a look at that.
Now what that has said text messages appear to be edited. You know what I'm saying? Spill, you said your bullet went all the way through your leg, yeah. But it was, when I mind, it wasn't even a fragment, it was a whole bullet. Like I said, it's like 5 or 6 years later, I just happened to be scratching my leg. I didn't feel no pain or nothing, and it had worked this way out. And then on that, for a surgery, to remove bullet fragments. Remember, we heard reports that one of the doctors was saying that her wounds was one was saying it was a cut, one was saying it was superficial, and then there was another doctor who was saying he removed the fragments. So we already know what a superficial wound means. Like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this right here is wild. So we gonna see what happens. We gonna see if he gonna get out, man. And then this is the most devastating part of it as well. Kelsey, why would you have to ask for immunity if you're not guilty of nothing? If you're not guilty or nothing, what are you scared of to say that you're gonna get in trouble? So her and Megan was supposed to get into a fight. If y'all just got into a simple fight and you got and it was just an assault, if they didn't charge you on the scene just because you took the stand and didn't say y'all was fighting, they weren't gonna charge you with an assault. Then what it did, if you'd have told the truth, it most likely would have cleared him of hitting him. And don't forget, we had another witness, and this is allegedly why Megan and her old hairstylist EJ had fell out, because in his statement he was saying he had packed a bag in her bag. It was a female bag. It was either in her bag or in Kelsey's bag, but I believe it was in Megan's bag. He said he put the gun in there. And then as we seen the father, when we went through the little clip of the father where he was saying that the witness that they had was in their favor. It wasn't even a prosecution witness. The prosecution took the witness upstairs. When the witness came back down, he was acting completely weird, wouldn't look at him in the face, and got on the stand and completely changed his story. So this shit is crazy, man. So we definitely gonna see what happened with that. Meg, she's definitely catching a lot of flack right now. We just seen the other day when she was doing a event at the Splash House with Sauce Walker. I just seen her doing another event yesterday. Depends on what you subscribe. Okay, I just seen her doing another event the other day as well. To my opinion, this is just my opinion. What's kind of making her look guilty to me is because with this stuff going on, she in the public, she acting unbothered. My personal opinion, would be the best thing, what I would do is just be quiet. I wouldn't be doing nothing. I mean, I'll still be living my life, but I just wouldn't do nothing. She kind of like putting herself out in the public a lot to put on the persona that like she's unbothered about it. That's kind of like a guilty conscience to me. But we gonna see what happens. We gonna see if the wheels of justice gonna turn. And this right here is just a perfect example, man, of people being in jail for things they didn't do, you know. But I want to touch on that comment you said, Spill, when I was like, do you tell? Is it telling when you gonna get a bunch of time? You know what I'm saying? Me and you in a car, you done did something you don't take out, and I go down for it. You said that depends on what you subscribe to when it comes to the streets. What does a person subscribe to? If we gonna keep it real, if you want a motherfucker to stand, if we want people to stand on business and not tell, we got to stand on business and take our charge. If a nigga ain't standing on business and not taking his charge, is that telling? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to, as a man in these streets, you supposed to take your charge. Why you want if you know you didn't, if you know you did it and I didn't do it, why not say that and let me go down for it? I was in a situation like that, and I went down too. I went down. I was in a car with some guys. Somebody threw something in the car, and when nobody take out for it, they took us all. They took us all to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be some type of boundaries and guidelines in this shit, man. Everybody this day and time, they so quick to call a person a snitch or a person a ratted. And I got a clip, I should have put it up, and it said, and the person is always calling a person a rat, or they the ones that's ratting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to let my man. I know every situation I done been in. I took mine. I ain't let nobody go down for mine. I was in one kind of sticky situation where I didn't take it, and the reason I didn't take it, and the other person, they did, because I knew the case could get beat. If a person take the case, that's automatically pleading guilty. If I take that case, that's pleading guilty. But if a motherfucker just keep their mouth shut, I knew it was gonna beat, and that's what happened. They had to throw it out. You know what I'm saying? He said, we being real about it. If we being real about it, the rule was nobody say shit. Right, no, right. Nobody say shit. Right. Right. That's how it's supposed to be. Nobody, and that's how you beat it. That's like I just said. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. And that's basically, I feel like, what he was doing. He wasn't saying nothing because he knew the evidence was going to frame. Let's say, for instance, and we already know how this go. if you in that situation, you know you ain't touched this gun, you know you ain't shot, you're gonna be quiet off the strength. But if you know you didn't do it, you didn't touch this gun, you're really gonna be like, man, I ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then from the reversing on you, I believe that's why he didn't say nothing, because he felt like that evidence was gonna free him, and it backfired. You know what I'm saying? Now, and to open up a whole another rabbit hole, because don't forget when it happened, they was bringing Rock Nation into it now. The coach, the CEO of Rock Nation, Perez, she tied up into some conspiracy type stuff with her own daughter, making up false charges, using her money and power to do stuff. All this shit is political, though. You know what I'm saying? And then don't forget, like I had said before, it was alleged that he had turned down a deal from Rock, and then right around that time, right around the pandemic, remember he had busted a nice move on getting money for himself with cutting the label out. Something I think they had to do with some type of coin. When you buy the coin, you automatically get the music. So when you dip it in the motherfuckers' pockets, best believe they gonna definitely try to find a way to get you out the way, man. Like, for instance, now, as cool as they was locked in, rocking, y'all see Elon Musk and Donald Trump then fell out. Elon Musk got what he needed. Now he gone about his business. And now that he gone about his business, now stuff starting to come out about him, about his past drug use was worse than it was led to believe, and all this. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers only gonna use you for what you worth. Now he didn't got in there, we going down a whole nother rabbit hole. Got next to Trump, got what he needed. You know what I'm saying? Now he moving on, talking about what Trump doing. What Trump doing now is a conflict of interest with one of his businesses. Come on, man, you knew that all along. Let's see what Spill says. Spill said, that's when I was in the game. Every person in my house knew this was a spot. You know the police coming. If you can't handle going to jail, don't. Right. But do we give females the benefit of the doubt? This really ain't no. This stuff right here really ain't no street stuff. You know what I'm saying? They lied. I feel like they put him in a trick bag. And like I keep saying, I feel like Tory, he stood on it because he felt like the evidence was gonna free him, and at the same time, keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mouth shut. Especially when you got the evidence in your favor. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna grab this gun, shoot it 3 times, shoot it 2 more times, still holding it, then put it down, and your DNA is not at least 80%, 85, 75, 50% on this gun. Come on, man. Y'all, come on. He knew he had it. That's why he was doing what he was doing, acting how he's acting. He really didn't speak on it. Don't forget, she the one that spoke on it first. Came out talking about he popped me. Just like when on that clip we just showed, when at the scene when she is sitting on the curb and she said, I didn't get shot, I got cut with some glass. And then like she said it because I didn't want to tell them that because we was black. Come on, man, he's gonna find the gun anyway. She wasn't hysterical or nothing like she had got popped. I don't care what's going on. If a female gets shot, a female is gonna be hysterical, panic. Even it's gonna be out of her control. It's gonna be unconscious. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going for that. Her acting ain't that good. They definitely switched that story up on him, man. So we're gonna see what happened. We're gonna dive into this Larry Hoover situation. This shit is crazy. Clicks, views, and likes. Like I say, all this time ain't nothing about that came out. And you got a popular blogger could come out and say one thing and make people start second guessing and digging up and looking up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But is that dangerous? I'm thinking like, is that dangerous? And that's the thing about this internet trolling, antagonizing people. It's only a matter of time before it catch up with somebody. And believe me, I think it has and caught up with people. It just ain't been as big enough to catch the media. But it's going to eventually catch up with somebody. And I think he barking up a tree to where somebody gonna do something. Because it was a guy, I done seen clips of a guy that was actually crying tears. Don't even know Larry Hoover. When you heard Larry Hoover get out, he was crying. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all just the other day, I was talking to one of my guys that was in the Fed joint. He was on the same tier, he said, with Larry Hoover, and he told me how it was going down. You know, you got people out there that'll crash out for nothing, and then especially when you put some bad paperwork on a person like that. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. Clicks, views, and likes, man. Hold on, let me find it for us. Bam. Clicks, views, and likes. All this time, ain't nothing ever came up about it. Then all of a sudden, here this come. Shout out my guy, Truth Teller, man.
The disciples, it was another set of disciples. It's a dispute. Larry gets shot. He told the police what happened, according to paperwork. You know, the guy who shot him actually did videos talking about this a little while ago. He not happy that he did that. He said, you know, he was in a different time in his life. You know, shooting a teenage boy who turned out to be a real leader, a strong mindset in Chicago, a man of power that people kind of looked at. He kind of feel bad that he did that shit. You know, he called that shit like the Hall of Shame. That's not a moment that he like telling people about. You know, he spoke on that a couple years ago and shit like that.
Before we get into that, Dad, let's just go ahead and confront the actual, your claim to fame of the allegations of shooting Larry Hoover. What do you have to say about that, your claim to fame?
Let me say that. This man think that my claim to shame is to shooting a young 18-year-old Larry Hoover when I was 18 years old. Brother, you vastly mistaken. That's my claim to shame. That I shot a guy who turned out to be one of the most helpful.
And that's another thing, too. Like Spill said, he said, I wouldn't believe nothing them folks wrote down back in them days because them people were perpetrating the division. And when did we start going by newspaper articles and what the news and newspapers say versus going with the paperwork? Now, I ain't seen no paperwork. All I've seen was a newspaper clip. You know what I'm saying? And from experience again, and that's the thing about it, from experience again, when I had caught a case, when they put it in the newspaper, it had 35% of the wrong information. So we ain't going by nothing the newspapers say.
Hell of dudes in this city. And let's go to that.
Because keeping it real, the newspaper, although they got more access to the police and stuff, the newspaper is just like the blogger. They coming up with their own assumptions too. You know what I'm saying?
We so much into trying to destroy one another that
he actually then spoke out again. He lost a lot of weight too, man. The man's skinny too. He lost a lot of weight too. He spoke out. He said Larry Hoover didn't snitch on him. He said that's not how that went. You know, this was a long time ago, you know, and, a long time ago when shit was different and shit like that. So, you know, he didn't snitch on him. That's not exactly how that went. And he don't remember and he don't want to talk about that. Leave that shit alone. You know, stop playing with that man's name. I thought that was some strong lingo, you know. I'm pretty sure this guy don't stay in the same hood around the corner from a bunch of GDs that'll come get him. If he wanted to speak his truth, I'm pretty sure he'd have spoke his truth. He don't really know what people talking about. I thought that was strong.
Fact. Not a police report, but I'm in a written statement. We ain't seen no written statement. Of course, we know they line up police reports too. You know what I'm saying? And I believe if that was true, even though it's been so many years ago, and that guy not living that type of life, back then, he was living that type of life. And if a guy of Larry Hoover's stature would have told on him, don't you think he'd have jumped on the clout way back then and said something about that? You know what I'm saying? It's always something. They always gonna come up with something, man.
Remember, Larry Hoover just got commuted. His sentence, his whole federal sentence and all kind of shit commuted. But he still has these years of this murder to look at that he had. It was a state murder. He got like 200 some years, 150, 200 some years on his state murder. But I don't think people understand laws have changed from the 70s to right now. Laws is different. Then you got to look back at anybody who was given 100 years in the 70s. You know, that was the time of racism, a lot of shady shit going on, and, you know, it was a lot of weird shit going on with the police and black people around that time. So anybody who got 100 years around that time, I do think he's proper to go look back at their cases. Think about it. They said Larry Hoover ordered this hit. He didn't kill a person himself. They said he ordered this. I want you to understand that. Ordered kind of sounds a little weird. I'm not saying he didn't. He was the leader. I'm not saying he didn't order it. I'm just saying they say that he ordered a killing. He didn't actually kill this person himself, but he ordered the killing. See, that's the problem that I have with that. You know, that could be some extra lingo that a police officer did because the neighborhoods had a lot of shootings, a lot of killings. This man's name was linked to that shit, and they finally found a way to lock him up by saying, hey, he was involved with this shit. So we don't know. Remember, it's ordered.
And how many times do they just put out bullshit just to close a case? You know what I'm saying? Just to say the case closed, the case is solved. You know what I'm saying? And what's the new saying? The new saying is when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Because all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, this stuff come out. But he definitely had some people that came out to defend him. And then the same person who put the information out, he got a statement where he wrote a statement on an officer. Is that not telling, you know, where's the line drawn at, man? That's why I said, man, they pick and choose. And that's why I stayed away when this internet shit came, snitching and stuff started getting popped on the internet, and I seen how they was picking and choosing and giving guys passes. Because before even before it got popped on the internet, it was happening in the streets. I was seeing it in the streets. I was seeing it in my hood where guys who be doing it told, and the real guys stand away from them, and niggas still messing with them. I'm like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? But when the hate don't work, man, they start telling lies, man. So we gonna see what happened. I finally found out. I kind of assumed it, and I had said the last video that the presidential pardon only kills the federal part of it. When it comes to the state, you got to get a pardon from the governor. I do believe they're going to let him out. They might try to stall it out, you know what I'm saying? But I believe, I definitely, they're going to, I think they're going to give him some play, man. He got a lot of people behind him. And then we're back to the Tory Lanez situation, man. You got a lot of celebrities. You got a lot of celebrities standing up for Tory Lanez, man. You got, I remember when it first happened, you know, people, even if they did feel that, they weren't voicing that because of public opinion. But now that this new evidence that came out, he got a lot of people back. Matter of fact, in that clip that I played, hold on. In that clip that I played, that one lady up there, she's a congresswoman. So for a congressperson to be standing by your side, sitting next to you, something definitely got to be up. You feel me? Because we already know how they gonna play it right there. That lady right there, that's a congresswoman. That's a congresswoman, I want to say, in Cali. So for her to sit next to him with that, it got to be some validity to it. Hold on, we're gonna scroll through this website a little bit. So so Tory's team, they came up with the website to get all the information in one place for the public to finally see it. And also, they have started trying to scrub the internet of certain stuff. Although I don't believe, I ain't gonna say you can't, because you can, they can, we can't, but you can't scrub nothing for the internet. They can, but we can't. The people, we can't. We can't scrub nothing from the internet, but they can. I got another clip I'm gonna pull up about some cameras and stuff where it's telling you like you can't get rid of nothing. But the website is very, very thorough, and they got everything lined up. And in the perfect world, this right here is enough. You know what I'm saying? There's inconsistencies in stories. Medical records ain't adding up. Stories is switching up. Evidence is disappearing. Come on, man, where they do that at? Just like I had said about the Gayle King situations. So When she go on the Gayle King interview, y'all remember they asked her, did she have a romantic relationship with Tory? She said no. Then when she did her documentary, she said, yeah, I lied to Gayle. This didn't have nothing to do with that. I'm not going to be telling her my personal business. Versus lying, you're supposed to just not answer the question. Instead of lying, it's a million different things a person could have did versus lying. You know what I'm saying? And like they say, what they said when we was growing up, when you tell one lie, you got to tell another one. It's a million things that you could have said that wouldn't have denied or confirmed if you slept with him or not. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have made you a liar. You wouldn't have been telling a lie. Now this right here, they say the timeline contradicts Megan's claims. I can't understand, but I ain't gonna say that because the dad did say the judge, there's a lot of evidence the judge and stuff wasn't letting in. But this is, I mean, the writing is on the wall. This is 1, 2, 3 open shut case. You know what I'm saying? Just like the picture. Kelsey got all these scratchings on her leg. Megan said she didn't touch nobody, put her hands on nobody. She said that. Hold on. She said that.
I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
She said she never put no hands on nobody. How them scratches get on her leg like that if she said she didn't touch nobody? How them scratches get on her leg if she say she didn't touch nobody? Look at Tory. Tory ain't got a scratch on him. You know, which validates his story that he was breaking it up. You know. Let's say who was, this is Megan's song lyrics from Shots Fired. Who was snitch? I ain't never went to the police with no names. I thought a B that got her chain snatched called the laws has something to say. Remember, she said she didn't say nothing. She ain't touching them. Remember, she said, I didn't put my hands on nobody and raise my voice. So where do scratches come from? And how did her chain get snatched? This right here gonna be ugly. This is gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. The gunshot fired, the shots that was fired matches what Tory said. It was 3 shots fired. He pushed the gun. She shot 2 more times. When the gunshot fires went off, it was a pause, and then it was 2 more. So they definitely put all the evidence together in one spot. And so these statements right here, these is transcripts. So I don't even understand, even with these transcripts right here, how they got it off. How they got it off in there. We already know what they say. No face, no case. No crime weapon. DNA, fingerprints. No DNA proves Tory Lanez is innocent. Once again, how can a person fire a gun 5 times and their fingerprints not be on it and their DNA is not on it? Come on, man. Because best believe if he I ain't even gonna say if he did it no more. Best believe they offered him a deal that was low enough that he would have took it. You feel me? He would have took it. Text messages. Text messages, evidence appears edited. Then don't forget, was it the driver? The driver disappeared. You know, the father came out with a statement, you know what I'm saying, asking the prosecution and Meg's team them to leave him alone. He supposed to have been on another job, but when can a person not honor a subpoena to court though? A witness to a crime. When can a person that's a witness to a crime not order a subpoena? You know, I remember when I had called a case one time. Main thing in the case is always the witness not showing up. So that was one of my things. Telling my lawyer, man, like the witness ain't showing up. He said, man, you don't even know. He said, man, they'll go get that witness, lock that witness up, and hold him in T-trap. You know what I'm saying? So if they do that, when can a person deny? When can a person deny a subpoena, especially when it's going against the prosecution? You know what I'm saying? Why the prosecution didn't go out there and make that witness come to court just like they would have did? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Then also, Doug Christie, the guy, the reality TV star, him and his wife, they went down for, they had a reality, I ain't gonna say this TV star, reality TV personality, him and his wife, they had went down for some fraud. They went to jail. There was some fraud. They went to jail, got out. Donald Trump pardoned them. He just recently did like a little press conference saying, you know, how bad African American males got it in prison. He came out speaking about it. The system is, I'm so glad that stuff is over. But just because you ain't in the way or in the streets don't mean you can't get caught up. It's just that your chances is very, very less. But I tell guys every day, man, I got my one partner I talk to pretty frequently. I be telling him all the time, like, man, I'm glad that shit is over with, man. Medical facts don't match the narrative. Dr. Anthony Lafredo on 7/12/20 described injury as laceration from broken glass. There is no mention of gunshot wound, fragments, or ballistics trauma. He also described Megan as pleasant and no acute distress. If a female gets shot, no matter if you're trying to save the person who did it unconsciously, she gonna be frantic. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Milton Little, orthopedic doctor, diagnosed bilateral gunshot wounds based on imaging. He removed 3 small fragments under general anesthesia and called wounds superficial, yet performed surgery. Claimed fragments were bagged and given to police. Right. When is a surgery wound considered superficial? Black doctor. Dr. Anna Howe, plastic surgery, described wounds as superficial and cleanly closed. X-rays showed no fractures, minimal residual shrapnel. Dr. Howe treated for cellulitis infection, discharged without mention of ballistic trauma. It's all there, man. And then the fragments come up missing. Then on August the 20th, that's plenty of time though. That happened on what? On July the 12th. Then on August the 20th, she went to the club with an ace bandage on her left foot despite claiming to have been shot in both feet. Right. She did say feet. But I give that one kind of a pass from July the 12th to August the 17th. That's a month. You know, but it was never mentioned. It was never mentioned that she said that her feet. You know what I'm saying? I'll give her another one on that. I ain't gonna be petty misquoted. You know, sometimes people when they talk and they say feet instead of foot. You know what I'm saying? I was shot in my feet, meaning they foot. So I'll give her that one. We gonna give her that one. There was also no sign of nerve damage per the doctor's testimony, even though Megan insisted she suffered from nerve damage. So I had Googled it. I can't find it. I had Googled what caliber gun it was. I probably can find it if I go through some old videos. But I had heard it was a 25. Somebody had told me it was a 25 gun. I've been Googling what caliber gun it was. Because that shrapnel, we already know if it was a big gun, she definitely would have had some damage. If it was a small gun, it really wouldn't have did no damage. So we gonna see what happened. But man, if y'all ain't slid through there, man, and checked out my was Tory Lanez set up video, man, make sure y'all slide through and check that out. Earlier today, I was gonna do a drone video, but I ain't gonna lie, shout out Lovely Cherokee. For some reason, Lovely Cherokee For some reason, y'all, I can't see my comments on my screen. I only can see them when I switch to the TV. Shout out my guy Jim's TV Clips, man. Make sure y'all slide over there and check out Jim's. He just dropped a fire interview over there. 25 or 22 if she's walking. Right. That's why I was really trying to Google it to see what it was, because we really could, you know what I'm saying, tell, right? It had to be a 25 or a 22 if she was walking. And I told you that time I got shot in my leg, and the bullet, I ended up pulling the bullet out 5 years later. That was a 25. So we already know a 25 ain't gonna even do no damage for probably no shrap, don't even go in your foot. Because once a 25 bullet hit the ground, boom, it's gone. And matter of fact, we play the video. I'm gonna play the video. We just gonna hit him with facts. When she stepped out of the truck, the police said it did, like she dropped the bottle. They said, "Oh, she stepped on some glass." Let me see which one it is. Here it go right here.
Move back in time, my boys. Move back.
Oh, she cut herself.
I don't think that's it. Okay, here it go right in my bag.
She cut herself when she stepped out.
She cut herself when she stepped out. Okay, here go another one right here. Here it go.
Any evidence of any shooting or anything? That's how we got dispatched.
Well, we have the gun here, and then we have other units. They're searching the house where it happened. So that's all we have so far.
So nothing happened in the vehicle.
No, we don't have any casings. No.
Okay, from what you've been told. Okay.
And then there's some cash over. Looks like.
Was the person who got caught with the other people here that you have in handcuffs? Were they all together?
They were all together.
Yes, they were all in the same car.
Okay. And then, do we know how she got cut?
I believe when she stepped down, there's a glass.
She dropped a glass bottle, and then I think she stepped on it and cut herself.
Okay.
Getting out of the vehicle.
Okay. So her friends didn't cut her then.
Right.
Well,
she stepped on some glass. Like I keep saying, even if she's trying to play it cool and not get nobody in trouble, unconsciously she gonna be freaking out about getting shot in the foot. Spill said that's when I was in the game. Yeah, I got your. Yeah, that's the last Twitch. Yeah, I got your comment off of Twitch. All I gotta do is reset it. I think I done reused this studio so many times. Yeah, lovely Cherokee. We heard it. They said she cut herself. They said she stepped on some glass. I'm trying to find a clip that when they telling her to walk back, the officer saying like, "Oh, she stepped on some glass." Let me see if I can find it. It's right there on the floor. It might be this one. Let me see.
It's right down the floor.
Yeah.
Big passenger step out of the vehicle.
Okay, here we go.
Show us your hands. Come out with your hands up. Okay? Come out, people passenger, with your hands up. Hands up. Alright, move back to the sound of my voice. Keep your hands up. Move back to the sound of my voice. Move back. Keep going. Keep going. Hey, stop. Move to the left. Keep moving. It's right down the floor.
Yeah.
Now that wasn't it. It's another one. Right, Kurt. Kurt said Megan had the man locked away, and look what happened to him in there. That's why I say he about to definitely get a bag. They gonna let him out. He gonna get out. At the worst, they gonna try to drag it out. Now they got to figure out who gonna get charged and what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I'm so glad I'm out that shit, boy. But that just go to show you, man, how easy it is to get into something. How easy the tables can turn. Now just think these people with money. Now just imagine us people who ain't got no money and can't afford no good attorneys and stuff like that. Guys get railroaded, man, and go up the road every day, man. I know y'all probably about tired of hearing about this Megan Thee Stallion stuff because it's been everywhere. So this is gonna be our last time talking about it. I just wanted to just touch on it. Do a little reaction to the video I did with Tory Lanez set up. You know what I'm saying? She just calm. I had another cut on my right foot. I just stepped on glass the other day. It's all this talk about glass. You know, don't get me wrong, y'all already know. We see it all the time in these police cam videos. What's the main thing that let a police know a person lying? They be nervous. You ain't about to just be calm telling the truth like that and they not detected. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, people telling themselves from being nervous. You calm, and then we're going to have to stay on this. This is the biggest part right here. Why ask for immunity if you didn't shoot nobody? If you ain't got you charged with shooting, even mentioned you having a gun, what do you need immunity for? You know why she... You know why she asked for immunity? Because they knew Tory Lanez thought the evidence was going to save him. She asked for immunity just in case that evidence did prove that she did it. She couldn't be charged. That was the fear. That was the fear of it. That was the fear of it. That's why she asked for immunity. But just in case that evidence pointing the jurors be like, nah, she had to do it. That's why she asked for immunity. When do witnesses ask for immunity? When do a person go to testify on somebody and got to ask for immunity? And then at the end of that video, at the end of my video, that recording is just, I just put a clip in of her in the integration room, and it was a whole lot of tripping up and changing stories, and I don't remember. We ain't gonna say we cracked the case, but we found out over here why she asked for immunity. That's why she asked for immunity. Lovely Cherokee says, it's very disgusting how females play on brothers. Man, don't get me wrong. You got a lot of guys out there protect women. Don't do this to our women. But come on, man. Come on. The writing is on the wall. Only when you were co-defendant, Lil Woody got immunity. Right, a co-defendant. A co-defendant. Well, she wasn't a co-defendant. She was a witness for the she was a witness. Well, he was too. She is a witness for the state, but she wasn't a co-defendant. She was testifying on him. You know what I'm saying? And then, don't forget, in them state, you're right though, but I'm about to just put some more sauce on it. Don't forget, in them statements that Woody had gave the police, he had implicated himself in there for him to ask for immunity. In her statements and stuff, she ain't never implicated herself in no shooting to ask for immunity. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she asked for immunity. Because when you look at all that evidence that they did let in court, it showed that she did it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even no more about allegedly or if. You know what I'm saying? And the man, don't forget, the star witness. Matter of fact, I had played the recording. Let's get to it. Let's play that again. That's in the video too. Right here.
Then the gun, then the girl shoots it. So the driver's door's open.
You're seeing the girl shoot?
Can I help you? I think, is it this house?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So you see the girl doing the shooting?
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark, and I'm above, so... But then the guy gets out again from the back.
What he said totally contradicts what Megan said. He said he seen the girl shooting over in the car. Remember Megan said he was standing up shooting over the door. Man, this shit is basic. This is basic mathematics, man. Start the Free Tory Lanez campaign. If y'all go to the website, they got a I should have put the link. I should have put the link in the descriptions. If you go to the website right at the top, they got click here to help free Tory and sign a petition requesting the governor to pardon him. They got a petition on there, and it got some thousands of signatures on there as well. You know what I'm saying? It got some thousands. They definitely got a Free Tory Lanez campaign going on. Yeah, they got a campaign going on. So if y'all go over to the website, y'all can click that link at the top. Sign the petition if you feel like it's right. You know what I'm saying? Just don't go by public opinion. I mean, if that's what you really feel, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you know, we got to protect our women. If a guy did that to a woman, he do deserve to be. But from what it's looking like, evidence ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? I just seen people get convicted way less stuff than that. But yep, that's why she asked for immunity. That was the main question. Like, why would she ask for immunity if she ain't did nothing? That was strange. Real strange, man. I might take the link and put the link in the description. If y'all don't go to the website, if y'all go before I do it, then that's cool. So just if y'all don't go to it, just check back to the description of this video about 5 or 10 minutes after it's over. I just go copy it and paste it in there right quick. I gotta be careful. I think I'd rather just tell y'all where it's at, cause I gotta kind of be careful, cause I don't want Rock Nation after me, y'all. I don't want Rock Nation after me, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna lead y'all to the water I can't make you drink. If this YouTube and this content creating don't work, I might be a DJ. I might become a DJ. But that's all. I just really want to touch on that. Just bring it to light, like really break it down. I mean, it really ain't nothing to break down. All the stuff is there. I couldn't believe it. But I remember a couple weeks back, right after he had got poked, and they came out and did that press conference, which is in the video. They had said some stuff right there, even to the point where they said now they got not Megan, but Kelsey's bodyguard. He didn't came forward. He was there. She had a bodyguard when she was going to court. He was in the car with him. He was at the house with him. Overheard him talking. You know, and he said he finally came forward because he couldn't stand to see a man in jail for something he didn't do. So that's wild. One thing about the first few times I caught cases, I just did what the average person do, copped out and went down. But after I had got tarred and then I had started catching cases that I knew that I wasn't wrong, and I started fighting them. And when I was fighting them, see, that's the main thing why people don't want to fight cases, because they don't be wanting to lay down. They don't want to lay down and do that time. But I started fighting them. You know what I'm saying? Like the last 2 I had caught, I beat them. I laid down and fought because I couldn't do it no more. Especially I was facing a lot of time. So I had to finally take my shot. And then the thing with the 1090 Jake, when he came out with the statement in the video about Larry Hoover, and then that's crazy. But this is the whole meaning of that point. I just seen a post on Instagram where some Mexicans down in Texas, they was using the N-word. Then we know we just had that situation with Jen Lee using the N-word. Man, listen, man, I was on Twitch last night streaming, and I came across, and I just stopped, and I looked at the title, and it was 2 guys, it was two Caucasian guys, and they were streaming, and the title of the stream was 2 YNs Chilling. Two YNs chilling. KP just showed how he really just wanted to be naughty. 2 YNs chilling. What's up with this internet, man? This internet is crazy, man. I couldn't believe 2 YNs chilling. So what is it? What's so cool about that? About everybody wanting to be a real N and a YN, man. When is it gonna stop? I ain't gonna lie, I'm old school, and speaking on it is crazy. It all fall in place. The last time that I was in the county, I was ever in the county jail, I got into it with a Caucasian guy for using the N-word. I didn't play that. I can't get into that, man. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get into it. Calling me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we ain't cool. Then I'm looking at the other ones in there like, man, y'all letting this get off like that? They looked at me like they all looked at me like I was the bad guy. It's crazy. This shit is crazy, man. Yup, two of them. And the name was two younger guys. And the title of the stream was two YNs chilling. I couldn't believe. I was flabbergasted, man. I couldn't believe it. King Chris, thanks for coming through. Hankin. Shout out King Chris. Yeah, I couldn't believe this spill. Two YNs chilling. I thought I was tripping. I scrolled up. I thought I was on the wrong stream or something. But that's exactly what it said. Let me see what else I got for us. I ain't gonna dip in enough. We just gonna touch on that Tory Lanez and that Larry Hoover situation, since that's what the title's saying. But we're gonna see what happened. Everybody pay close attention to it. Stay up on it. We definitely can learn something from it. Fact check list. We didn't go to fact checks. Megan told police and doctors she stepped on glass, not shot. In video, an officer confirmed Megan stepped on glass bottle, not hit by gunfire. Sean Kelly testified 2 women fought in the street. One fired first. Tory was still in the car. So, that's right. He was saying when the shots went off, Tory was in the car. He didn't jump out until after the first was after the 3 shots. And then I guess that's when he jumped out in here, and that's when the other 2 went off. You know what I'm saying? Kelsey tested positive for gunshot residue. Her DNA was never tested against the gun. So we do need it, but how is she tested for gunshot residue? And Tory ain't. Let me see if it say Tory didn't. Tory DNA was not found on the magazine. Only 0.0% of the gun. Statistically irrelevant, right? 90% of the DNA on the gun belonged to an unknown male, not Tory. That could have been the hairdresser who packed it in a bag. But there ain't no way a guy shoot a gun 5 times and his fingerprints is not on that. It's not on there. No way. No way. No way. Kelsey's story changed multiple times. She admitted to lying under pressure. No bullet fragments on x-ray. No nerve damage, fractures, or joint trauma in Megan's medical records. Oh, and this is another thing I want to touch on too. I want to kind of demyth that I think I cracked. So they asking, why did Tory apologize? Like, why did he apologize? Just because he apologized don't mean he apologized to popping nobody. Just say, for instance, if you got 2 females that you cool with, that you supposed to be allegedly sleeping with both of them, and they get into a fight because of you, and one get injured, and all the police get involved, of course you're gonna, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. I know she ain't gonna never talk to me again. Because of all this stuff, that don't mean I'm apologizing because I popped you. Come on, man, they playing stupid. They really playing stupid, man. Talking about he apologized because of... He didn't say in that apology, oh, I apologize for popping her. He apologized for the whole situation because I'm going to take it. It was his reason of the argument. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I apologize for that. Y'all getting it. Because they best friends, they get into a fight because of him. So, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Yeah, this is open and shut. Bottom line, the facts don't add up. The case against Tory Lanez is built on shifting stories, missing evidence, and lies. Please note, Tory was not on probation at the time of the incident. He wasn't a felon, nor did he have a criminal record before this case. Through Megan Peace's own words, police reports, and expert analysis, the facts suggest Tory Lanez had not fired a weapon and tried to stop the conflict. The case deserves to be reconsidered as evidence points to a different truth. Trouble is easy to get in and hard to get out. Say, Hank, I see it every day. A hot mess. Math not mathing. Definitely not mathing, man. Definitely not mathing. And then when I was saying the part about people not want to lay down and fight, especially if you and that's another reason why I can relate to Tory. Especially if you didn't do it. Nobody know the facts better than somebody that was there and know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Even the police, just like I had said earlier about the newspaper, the news people making assumptions. Even the police is making assumptions in their investigation until they got facts to prove different. You know what I'm saying? Some can always look one way, but once the facts come out, turn to be something completely different. Let me give y'all a perfect example I know y'all can relate to. A text message. And I know y'all done experienced this. There's been a few times I got a text message from a person and took the text message the wrong way, but once they explained it to me, I understood what they saying. I took it, it wasn't even in bold print. It's just reading it. I took it the wrong way. But once they explained it to you, like, nah, man, and I started using it and telling people, like, man, nah, you can't pay attention to text messages. You gotta listen to what the person's saying. So some can always look one way and be completely different, man. But if Tory didn't do that, free that man. I'm saying if for journalistic reasons, but we know what the evidence is saying. They got a mess. They got a real mess on their hands, man. Not even taking into account that he done got stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get a game. It's about to get a game. It's about to get a whole industry a black eye. Look what's happening. We got the P. Diddy situation. We got R. Kelly. We got Zion Williams. We got the allegations that was made against Jay-Z. We got young Caucasian guys out here calling themselves YNs. You know, we got Mexicans out here calling themselves YNs. Come on, man. The world is backwards now, man. The world is completely backwards. But if y'all ain't checked out that video I did, was Tory Lanez set up, man. Make sure y'all slide through and check that out. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely going to be popping back up. I'm about to be more consistent like I told y'all earlier. Matter of fact, I had made a thumbnail. Let me see if it's ready. I ain't going to lie. I made it with AI. Let me see if it's ready. Flying a drone over the hood. It put it over the hood of a car. So my next video, I'm going to go live. We're going to fly the drone, man. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can put the footage from the drone on the live. Let me see how I can do it. It got to be some type of way I could do it. Because what I was going to do, I was just going to keep showing the phone. I was going to just keep showing the phone to the camera. But I'm going to try to see if I can find a way. It's got to be some type of technical way to where I can actually put that drone footage on the live. Like share the drone, share the aerial footage to the drone. But if not, we're going to make it work. We're going to do it outside. We're about to do an outside vlog. We're about to switch it up a little bit, man. I want to thank y'all for pulling up, man, hitting that like button, man. Make y'all subscribe to the channel. And if y'all over there on Twitch, man, make sure y'all come over and subscribe to the YouTube. If y'all on YouTube, go over there and follow me on Twitch. Make sure y'all go over there to Twitch. Follow the Real Spill podcast. Check him out. About to just, I don't forget, man, get y'all gummy nerds, man. These is fire. Get y'all gummy nerds. Get y'all Player University merch. Go to my lab tab. Scroll down to Hankin with Ken Low. Get y'all Player University, Hustler State. Especially if y'all call yourself P's and players. You got to have the Player University. You got to have the Player University. And if you call yourself a hustler, you got to have the Hankin and the Hustler State merch. So hit the link and go get y'all some Hankin. Get y'all the Hankin definition t-shirt, the Hankin logo t-shirt. Don't forget, man, hit me up for y'all logos, thumbnails, intros, outros. Not really the logos, but you get me up for the thumbnails, the intros, the outros, the banners. Hit me up for your graphics. I'm trying to figure out a place. I ain't gonna lie, I'm cheap. I'm trying to get these hats. I'm trying to get these trucker hats where I'm gonna have the Hankin logo right here, and then right here on the side where this stuff at. Well, I wanna have the Hankin definition. So I've been Googling some spots to do that. So I'm about to have some more merch for y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Get y'all copy the book, Hankin in Love with the Game. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Crystal Cole. Shout out Den's Diva. Where you been at, Den Diva? I've been looking for you. I've been hitting your DM and everything. Holla at your boy. I'm glad to see you. Send my condolences. I wish you well. Hope you've been doing all right. But just tap in with your boy. I just was checking on you. Not checking on you because of that other reason. I was checking on you as a human being. I know you probably thought I was hitting you up because of that. Nah, I was hitting you up as a human being to see what was going on with you. That's all. Let me see what else we got going on. I told y'all we still got the interviews. We still got the interviews jumping. I gotta get some scheduled up. So we're gonna be bringing the interviews back. Other than that, we just really gonna be keeping up with the Canada trending topics. I really don't want to be a topic news. I don't want to be that type of blogger. You know what I'm saying? But there's just so much stuff going on that I can relate to, and we can all use our own personal experiences in that we can relate to situations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be working on something. Y'all see every time I disappear for a while, when I come back, I always come back with something new. So that means I'm working. That means I'm working. I always come back with something new. I don't ever stay gone a day, a week, or 2 weeks and don't come back with nothing new for y'all. I always do. I always do. So I'm about to get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Guys, subscribe to the channel, man. Get y'all memberships, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm out.
We leave, before we get out here, I'm finna pray for everybody. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all pray with me. You get what I'm saying? Bow your head. Real talk, bow your head, man. Because this here is serious. You get what I'm saying? Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you today. Thank you for everything you done for us. You get what I'm saying? I want you to keep pushing me. You understand me? Push me in the right direction. You understand me? You get what I'm saying? Watch over my people, you know what I'm saying? Cover them, you know what I'm saying? Guide them, shield them, you get what I'm saying? Watch over the people that don't like me, you get what I'm saying? I love them too, you get what I'm saying? Look at my neighbor and tell my neighbor I love my neighbor too, you get what I'm saying? God, I ask you that you push me to keep elevating, you get what I'm saying? Keep pushing me to turn up, you know what I'm saying? My vision is too big for this, you get what I'm saying? My vision is too big in my head, you understand me? I ask that I reach there, you understand? I ask that I climb to the top, to the highest mountain, you understand me, that you have built, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, amen, in that way.
Enjoy life, smile every day, fuck what I gotta say.
I had to make it look juicy for her.
For a reason, if I said it, then I done it. I supply with